So Jermall Charlo has just came out and said that he will definitely take on the David Benavidez fight. Now, these two have been going at it on social media, back and forth. The one that initially started this whole thing was Jermall Charlo. Like a year ago, he said he'd move up to 168 and knock him out. Recently, saying he'd break his neck. Then saying he not gonna go up to 168 and fight. He's not a 168-pound fighter. Then he said he don't fight anybody that's 25 years old or that's under 25. Then he said he had to get the COVID vaccine. So Jermall Charlo was all over the place when it came to this David Benavidez situation. But David Benavidez kept the pressure on him. I guess Jermall Charlo wasn't counting on that. I guess he was counting on him to kind of be timid about it and not press him. So it's like, okay, we got the lion and now the tiger, which is David Benavidez, is putting the pressure on the lion. And I guess, like you said, pressure bust pipes, because people wasn't going to let this ride, man. They was going to look at Jermall like he was a chump, because knowing that he's the one that started it. And some would say he is not ducking if he's not in the same weight class. Well, technically, I guess that would be the truth. That would be the case. But in this case, when you call somebody out first, even if you are not in their weight class, and then you try to find a way to go around it or make excuses, you put obstacles in front of y'all, that would be classified as ducking. You in school, like I said, you in school and you challenge somebody in your classroom to a fight, and then you really don't want to fight him, or you trying to like antagonize him to fight, and then the kid says, all right, well, meet me outside in the the schoolyard at 3 p.m. so I can fuck you up. And then you like, oh shit, you backpedal and you ask the principal to, stage a ride for you to go home and shit like that. It's the same thing. But he apparently was feeling that pressure, so he had to stud up, because nobody wasn't gonna let this ride on. They wasn't gonna let this go. So he had to do something, because David Benavidez was putting the pressure, say he want to fuck him up. So a lion can't let somebody do that, right? So Charlo said he'll knock him out within 5 or 6 rounds. He's like, he's been doing this since he was 9 years old. He said, put him in there with me. Let's get it. He's like, we could do this. You'll see translated. So it looks like the David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo fight might be a strong possibility. Charlo doesn't have any fights lined up right now. David Benavidez, he doesn't have any fights lined up. So why not? Maybe later on in the year, maybe the summertime, maybe like June, they can start training for it, June or July. If not, at the end of the year, I think that's a little too long. I mean, they can fight in the summer, man. I mean, it's March. They can fight like July. That would be like June or July, something like that. Then everything else is starting to open up. You're gonna have fans. More and more arenas are gonna start allowing the fans to come in. So yeah, this is a good scrap. Dangerous fight for both of them, though. Dangerous fight for both of them. He says what other people have been saying about David Benavidez. His defense is not really that good, and I agree. He got to work on that. It's going to come down to who could take whose power, man. That's what it's going to ultimately come down to at the end of the day. David Benavidez is going to have to learn how to move his head a whole lot better, because there's no need to take unnecessary punches from anybody, man. Rather it be Ron Ellis, Jermall Charlo, it doesn't matter. You don't want to be taking those unnecessary punches, man. That shit wears you down later on in life. You know what I mean? You want to evade as many punches as you can in this ring, man. So hopefully him and his team start working on his weaknesses if they're going to take this fight, which he will. David Benavidez said, listen, whoever want to fight me, I'm not scared of nobody. Just give me the paper and I'll sign it. That's warrior talk right there. So hopefully Jermall Charlo is serious. I've seen comments already saying that he's capping and all of this stuff. He's going to end up backing out of the fight. He's going to find a reason to back out. 2 days from now, you're gonna hear him walk back his statements. We'll see. But I don't think he bluffing this. He can't, because there's no way for him to run. He can't. He gotta man up now. That's why I say, if you really don't want to do something, don't say it. Don't run your mouth if you really don't want to do it. And otherwise, man, everybody gonna look at you like a chump, and you're gonna have to take the smoke. So that's where it's at right now. Let me know what you think. Is Jermall Charlo serious about taking on David Benavidez? Drop a comment, like and subscribe, support the channel, hit the bell icon. This is Rebel Like Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. Peace.